I recently got the Autism and ADHD diagnosis, and I am trying to organize how that fits with my behavior issues. Which was causing what? So, for example, the catatonic, almost catatonic depressions could have been autistic, not meltdown, shutdowns, where I was just had too much stress from trying to socialize or being around a lot of lights and noise and things and events that were stressful. And how the irritable outbursts that I would have were those actually autistic meltdowns. The short-term memory problems that I had attributed to ECT I got, could that actually be the ADHD? So ADHD. So I am just trying to figure things out, and looking back, and I'm not really sure if that will be helpful, or just think about going forward, because what I have noticed is when I'm having a lot of problems with can't find things, losing things, forgetting things, I'm now saying to myself, I'm pretty positive that this is the ADHD. It feels like it fits. So now, and then the shutdowns or whatever, where you just can't, almost catatonic because of the stress of masking and being around so much stimuli. And so I am just curious now, every day as I go through my day, I am looking at behaviors and trying to put them somewhere, or sensations that I'm having. Is this is what I'm experiencing right now autism or ADHD or just regular me or bipolar disorder? Now, I'm not questioning the bipolar disorder diagnosis. I'm positive I have bipolar disorder because my symptoms along those lines have been consistent and pretty textbook, but within the bipolar, there's the autism and the ADHD lurking around. That's how I imagine it, like it's like the bipolar's there, but some of how it's expressed depends on my issues with autism and ADHD, low frustration certain noises that bother me no matter what my mood is. Not being able to follow instructions. For example, somebody sent me an email and it was in paragraphs. I asked for information, they put it in paragraph format. And for me to get it, I had to print it out, highlight it, and then put it into list form. 1, 2, 3. And now I have to go back to that person and make sure that's what they meant in the email, because I can't read the email on the screen and make sense of it. I can't. I was like rambling. I can't do Audible. I can't listen to stuff because I don't retain it. And I highlight the crap out of everything because somehow it helps me retain information. Anyway, back to my topic. So now I get to live every day of my life wondering, is this bipolar? Even, lithium toxicity can, be mistaken for depression, which autism shutdowns can be mistaken for depression. And so I have to be paying attention to everything that's happening to me. And I'm thinking about all my videos that I made talking about certain symptoms of bipolar that I might have been wrong. And this dawned on me because I was looking at videos that I wanted to be reviewed for monetization and videos I thought it was inappropriate to ask for monetization. And I'm looking at really old videos, that I made, like really old. And I'm going, I didn't know I had autism. I knew I had, I take that back. I knew I had something. And I was pretty sure I had a taste of autism. I mean, from what I knew what it was. But nobody would listen to me. Everybody shot me down. But I assumed my entire life was bipolar disorder. And my natural way of doing things is to immerse myself and research things to death. And that's what I did with bipolar. And I might be probably doing the same thing with the autism and ADHD, but I'm thinking back, videos I did of symptoms I had for bipolar, and now I'm wondering, are some of those not accurate? Because maybe it wasn't a bipolar symptom, or how would that work? and just pay attention to my body. Just put diagnoses aside and treat my symptoms, not, or just presentations of disorders. By the way, another reason I'm positive that the ADHD is accurate is because, I really shouldn't have been surprised, because my brother was diagnosed with, it was ADD then, and my mom's brother, in the 60s or 70s was diagnosed with ADD, and my cousin was diagnosed with ADHD, and they thought she originally was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and she told me that they changed it. A different doctor told her it was ADHD. I don't think that is my case. I think I have 3 things going on, and now I'm actually shocked that I manage as well as I do. I have come up with so many ways. They call them accommodations now, but I didn't know that's what I was doing. But for so many, 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 many years, I have come up with ways of coping with things. And not knowing it was actually a symptom of something. For example, I've always been awful with directions. Oh, make a right at the tree, go north of whatever, past 2 stop signs. That doesn't help me at all. I can't read a map. I got lost all the time. Even when I was having gone somewhere, I always missed my exit. That was a big thing. And so when GPS came out, Garmin, which is what I still use, I was finally able to go places without people driving me there. Except, if it's something that I have gone there a million times, I finally get it. But sometimes my mind wanders and I miss my exit. And see, I put things into categories and boxes. I like things organized. I organize things just for fun. today, right now? Can I handle the air conditioning unit noise? No. Okay, well today I'm going to wear headphones in this room where this air conditioner is. Just like it's cold and windy, or the ceiling fan's blowing on me. Okay, go put on a long sleeve shirt or jacket or something. Because I can't stand that sensation. I can't stand the air blowing on me in a car. And so do I just treat the symptoms and not worry about what is causing what? I mean, I kind of need to know. Bipolar wise, I mean, I really need to know, and that makes it difficult because what I was calling irritable outbursts could very well have been autistic meltdowns. And I don't know which. And is it important for me to know which? I don't know. I would like somebody else to tell me. Does it matter? I'm still learning and exploring. I don't want my channel to suddenly become the autism place, since all these years has been, this is a bipolar disorder. I would talk about social anxiety sometimes as well, but I would like to keep it about bipolar disorder. But how do I do that when I'm not positive what symptoms of what disorders I'm feeling? Have I been diagnosed with too many? And I think in the folks in PhDs that did the assessment, I think they did mention something like it would be best for me to think of things mainly in strengths and, I don't think they said weaknesses, but strengths and not strengths. And rather, I guess rather than just saying autism.
In 0.4 miles, turn right on East 9th Street.
That's my Garmin. So I'm a little shuffled up, and things are not organized, and I don't like that, but I might just have to get used to it.
Turn right on East 9th Street.
And are they related in how they came about? Like, when I was, they're different. Autism is a developmental disorder. You're born with it. And
drive 0.6 miles, then turn left on Avalon Street.
The symptoms come out, as you get older, but can be diagnosed when you're pretty young. It's a developmental disorder. Bipolar disorder is a psychiatric disorder. And I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in my mid-20s, but I do believe, I want to say I believe I probably had it in earlier, teenage at least, but that those things that make me think that could have been autism.
In
So
0.2 miles, turn left on Avalon Street.
there are things about the autism that I'm like, that is an absolute definite. There are things that I'm like, ADHD, that's an absolute definite. Bipolar, it's an absolutely definite. And then there are things that like, I'm not really sure where to put them. And
Turn left on Avalon Street.
It feels messy. I don't like that. So if you are diagnosed...
Turn left on Emma Street, then turn left.
I need her to be quiet. So if you are...
Turn left on Cumlers.
Diagnosed with different disorders, mental, developmental, psychiatric, how do you handle the variety of symptoms? Do you care to know which it's coming from, or you just accept it as it is? I'm kind of curious, so let me know in the comments. I'm home. Bye.